Oh, the exciting times. The Southern Mallee Giants report. Beulah Oval is in magnificent condition. The rain has been falling. Coleman Schache's got down there with the little John Deere tractor from off the farm to do some mowing. And they've got the sprinklers and everything all sorted. It's so exciting, and we're back into it after the bye. Coleman joins me. How are you, Captain Coleman?
Good flow, man. Good to talk to you again.
Now, you actually haven't got the little John Deere down there, but you are out doing some sowing. How's the sowing program going?
Yeah, it's coming along all right. The region, the Mallee's in full flight at the moment, sowing. So it's pretty lucky with our conditions, nice and moist, and no dust to contend with. So everyone's pretty happy at the moment.
I bet you are. I'll tell you what, didn't have to contend with any sides last week because you had the bye. So what did the guys do?
Oh, yeah, a bit of everything, I think. A few boys went and had a look at a couple of the games. A couple of Horsham games. That was on Anzac Day, so a few of them popped down to that. And, bit of everything. I was a bit crook on the weekend, so I didn't do anything personally. But, it's good to freshen up again. And, feeling 1 week on, 1 week off at the moment. It's nice for the body.
Yeah, that's for some of the older guys. The younger blokes are chafing at the bit to get going. I want to ask you just about the ladder. You blokes are in second place, Ararat up the top with percentage to you blokes. But it seems to me that the top five could well be set, but Dimboola, because of those 3 games that they lost because of the previous season suspension situation, could Dimboola be the only side, maybe with the current sides with Warwick in 7th, Neil in 8th, and the Saints just not showing anything down the bottom? How do you see that, Coleman? Do you see that we might be seeing the top 5 nearly settled?
Oh, that's a big call. I think it's a bit early to settle the top 5 yet, but like you said, I do think Dimmy will come with their negative 12 points. So they're still only going to make up 3 games, and we've played them already, and they're pretty quality side. So I don't know, my gut feeling is they'll probably make the points up there to get into the top 5. And Saints, they're down near the bottom, but they're always a pretty handy team. So I wouldn't be surprised if they can turn their season around at some stage and make a push as well for the 5. So I think there's still a bit to play out, a bit early to pigeonhole the 5 yet.
Okay. Now, if we take a look at, you get Minyip Matoa this week, and that is a really tough game. We're going to have a look at that in a moment. Then you get the Horsham D's down at Horsham the next week, and then after that, it's Ararat. You've got 3 absolutely belting games and really tough games, Coleman. So the next 3 weeks is going to really sort out the SMG footy season.
Yeah, it will. Like we said before, 1 game off, 1 game on, and we've had a good start. We've won our first 2, and now we go into a really solid month of footy. So that's what it's all about. We're looking forward to seeing where we're at, and probably got the biggest one of the lot this weekend against Minyip, who have been sort of the team of the last couple of years. So we'll find out where we are this weekend and where we need to improve and where we're at compared to the other teams.
Okay, now let's review the twos. They've just had a couple of games, but in the context of the season, I think they'd be maybe fractionally disappointed. They dropped a game that they would have liked to have won, and at the moment they find themselves from the 2 games of 1-1. They're in 4th place. They've had their bye, of course, but the feeling is that they're going to have to, even though you've got the depth and you've got a lot sitting on the interchange bench, it's great to see. You're going to have to rise to the occasion in the next 4 weeks.
Yeah, they will. They were disappointed with the last loss against Warwick Nabil. I thought they definitely thought they would have been a bit more competitive there, and so hopefully that's just a little bit of a the kick they need to get going. I'm not 100% sure how Minyip's been going in the reserves this year, but
very well.
Very well. So it'll be a good game again this week. So we've got a handy 2 team in though. We've got a nearly full strength squad in the seniors, and obviously that makes it tight for spots. So we've got a few stiff boys that have had to go back, which will only strengthen the twos this week with a bit extra run and experience.
All right, I'm going to ask Coleman about the 14s now. This may be a little known stat, although the young lads would know this, I'm sure. The Southern Mallee Giants lads are in 5th place on the ladder and in the top 5 right now.
Yes, how exciting is that? That's definitely the first time the boys have been sitting in that healthy position since we've joined the Winler League. So we've obviously get 4 points for the bye and also 1 win and a tight loss as well, which could have nearly went either way. So they've been had a great start to the year, and they've got a two on the bench this week, so a full side in and looking to I don't think Minyip have won a game yet in the 14, so it'll be good game. Get down there early, 11:15. Watch the young fellas go at it again.
All right, now we'll come to that in a moment. Minyip Matoa are zipping 3, so a real good opportunity there. But well done to the Southern Mallee Giants kids. That's just great news. Okay, at Beulah, she's a beauty. Good numbers. How does it look at the Oval and the facility?
Yeah, train there this week. They've done a lot of work to the Oval. It's come up pretty nice. Obviously, it's a fair bit wetter than and softer than normal at this time of the year with a bit of rain around, which is nothing to complain about. And now they had the working bee this week. It's all cleaned up, ready to go, and new goalposts in at the Oval, which looked very nice.
Yep.
With a beautiful green oval. So nothing to complain about from a playing point of view at all.
Okay, 2 weeks ago, you come off a win. I know you had an absolute beauty of a game yourself, but this side that you've got in is 21. It looks as good as I've seen. I think Zach Robbins might have been out with COVID protocols. I've got a feeling from the last game. He comes back in, and with that also I think you've got Josh Bromley-Lynch. He's been, I think, one of the other Bromley-Lynch boy, the other twin dropped out. But this is as good a side, I think, as you put on the park all year.
Yeah, it is up there. It's we've only still got one or two more boys to come back in, I think. So we're near full strength, which is nice to get to play a few games together. It's not often you have a near full strength side, so no excuses for us. But yeah, Sam Bromley-Lynch goes out there. Those boys are a bit like the McKay twins at the moment, I reckon. They can't string a game together, so hopefully we'll get them together at the same weekend at some stage soon. And Zach Robbins comes into full back, and he'll shore us up down in the back line as well. And Nick Dinham is also coming back in, and he'll obviously spend time full forward, centre-half forward, and good goal kicker. I think he snagged 4 in round 1, so he's a handy inclusion as well.
Okay, Josh Webster, centre-half back. Now, that was a big call. That's what's named. And I note that Sam Weddle's still on the wing. Is there a feel that you needed a bit more height back there at the back line?
Well, it made us smaller, believe it or not, Flowman, sending Josh down there, because Sam White he's named at centre-half forward. So,
right.
So just a bit of a change-up from the coaching panel, which is, it's always nice. And those boys have both played at those ends of the ground before, so they're definitely capable of playing there. So, excited to see how they go.
All right. Minyip Matoa have been the side that's been a nemesis for your club. So this is a huge match in senior football, as it is in the reserve. Now, let's have a look at the reserves. I noticed that you've got 6 players on the interchange bench. There is actually 16 named on the field. The 2 wings have been dropped out for this week, according to what's posted. But, you've got Billy Allen, Mick Shannon, young Bennett's there too, Tristan Blair, GMAC has also been named, and Martin's on the interchange. Like, you're going deep here, Coleman, in the reserves.
We are. So I dare say with that situation, Neil have obviously elected not to play wings, which is you can do in the reserves, which we've had to do definitely on occasions as well. So that gives us 6 on the bench, which, gives the old fellas nothing to complain about, really. They should get plenty of rest, and the boys should be, full of legs. So hopefully they can bounce back from the Warwick loss. Okay,
now I'm going to ask you about Jack Flavel at full forward. He's knocked Jonty Bellinger out onto the flank, the fridge, and a big Taylor Donnan finds himself in the pocket. So Flavel must be the flavour of the coaching panel there.
Yes, Jack Flavel. He's a boy. He's actually from your way over in South Australia somewhere. I can't remember exactly where he's from, but he's a local golfing and cricket legend, and he's been training with us for the pre-season, which is, nice to have him on the track. And, he's very skillful, can kick a long ball, so watch out for him at full forward.
All right, don't give him too much away, just a bit of getting out of him. Okay, the 14s at Minyip Matoa come in this grade, and this is a real chance for the Southern Mallee Giants. A win here would keep their position in the top 5, and I've never seen this. Old Brandon, give me a bit of correction on this, but I don't think I've ever seen it where you've had 20 lads named, a whole 18 on the field and 2 on the interchange bench. That's a great achievement achievement by the Southern Mallee Giants to get it under 14 side with the full numbers.
Yeah, it is. I think it's all credit to Lou and the coach, actually. He's been getting them training. He's been training them, really twice a week, and he's just making it enjoyable, and they're learning lots, and they're just really buying into what Lewin's teaching them, which, they're loving it at the moment. And they're finding they're a bit more competitive this year, which always helps for the motivation levels. And on the weekends I'll be definitely there to watch them. There'll be a genuine chance to go 2-1, which would be first time definitely they've done that since we've been in the Women's League. All
right, now Ollie W. We're going to have to ask this question, Coleman. Do you know who Ollie W actually is?
Oh, you've thrown me under the bus here. I can't actually think who that is at the moment. He's a new player. I hope it's a new player because it'd be very embarrassing if he's not a new player. But I've had a mental blank.
I reckon I've thrown you under the case, IH Tractor, thanks to O'Connor's, where the great farmers get great machinery. I'll tell you what, Ollie W, bit of a search party. We need to go out. Who's Ollie W? Let us know here at The Flow. I'd love you to send me one of those messages on Facebook, Flow FM Australia, to say, who's Ollie W? Centre half back. I do notice that Dane Hakopa goes into the ruck. That's a bit of a change for you there. So your other big fella must have dropped out there for some reason.
Yeah, no, James, he's been developing along nicely. So he's probably the tallest in the team anyway. He's been playing more key positions. So it'd be Lewin just flicking the magnets around there and giving him a crack in the ruck. He's very athletic for his size. So, it's pretty handy to have an athletic ruckman.
Oh, it absolutely is. And he sounds like a good little player too, a good kid. Or the same. Jesse Crisp, I reckon, was your other ruckman that was taking that position. Dane was at centre half back. So Ollie W, centre half back, takes Dane's position there. Dane goes into the ruck. It's a real big change. It could be the change that gives them the win over the Minyip Matoa side. So watching this with a lot of interest, Coleman. It's going to be a big day down at Beulah. You guys back on the field too. It's good stuff. The club, is there a function afterwards at Beulah?
Yeah, there is. We've got our giant straw. So basically, the last ticket standing set up. So they're still selling the tickets at Beulah Cafe and the Horizon News Agency, I think.
Yep.
So still plenty of time to get a ticket and support the club and chance to win a pretty handy prize.
The members' drive is on, the Beulah Cafe and the Hopeton News Agency, the places to go. We look forward to chatting to you next week.
Cheers.